we're going to queer up the USA view. Nebraska gay Senator Tearful speech, "The world can be tough and scary," on Senate floor. Nebraska's first openly gay Senator, John Fredrickson, delivered a poignant address in defense of transgender youth statewide and across the nation. Fighting back tears, Fredrickson emphasized his commitment to advocating for their rights during a recent legislative session. Addressing the people of Nebraska, he affirmed, quote, "If you love your kids unconditionally for who they are, and if they know they're loved, you can weather a lot." Fredrickson's speech unfolded amid a heated debate at the state capitol concerning a proposed bill known as the Sports and Spaces Act. This legislation aimed to restrict transgender students' access to facilities and sports teams consistent with their gender identity. An added amendment to the bill will potentially ban transgender boys from sports competitions altogether. During the deliberations, Fredrickson, a gay parent himself, urged families with transgender children to surround yourself with the people who love you over the weekend and to ignore the senators who supported the anti-transgender legislation. For what it's worth, the Sports and Spaces Act failed to overcome a filibuster, garnering 31 votes in favor and 15 against. It failed short of the required 33 votes to advance the bill. Among the dissenting votes was, of course, Senator Fredrickson. Well, I'm glad that
the world can be tough and scary. I personally know a thing or two about having a family that many people might say is not normal. I stand here today confidently to tell you, if you love your kid unconditionally for who they are, and if they know they're loved, you can weather a lot. So this weekend, when you go home, I want you to love your babies. Surround yourself with the people who love you. Let them know you love them. And don't spend a minute of your energy or time thinking about any of my colleagues in here who are too scared of difference to allow themselves to understand and celebrate the beauty and joy that you bring to our state. Thank you, Mr. President.
wow, that was really emotional and powerful. You can tell he has a lot of passion for, obviously, his family and love for his community. And Nebraska,
right,
it's tough out there.
Yeah,
It's
we
to
need
be
more
to be a
people
gay
like-
senator from Nebraska is a tough job to have. So I hope that I know that it failed, but it will probably come back up and they'll have another vote. But hopefully the community will rally and maybe change some minds at least along the way.
Again, I think it's just a sign of progress, even though this is such a, again, another story about, taking rights away. But, again, a gay senator in Nebraska, I'm going to get the senator and the state wrong, but we also had that story that was earlier this year about the female senator that was filibustering against the.
That's right.
Yeah, and again, in a red state,
Omaha,
and it was in Oklahoma or in
Is that
Nebraska?
It was in Nebraska?
Yeah.
It was in Nebraska. Oh, this was Nebraska. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So again, those voices that are out there, and we're seeing them again in these places where you would never have seen a gay senator or a lesbian senator or even a parent talking about their gay children on a Senate floor, just shows that the progress, it's happening. It just, again, that's why there is so much pushback against our culture and our community because of the progress that's happening. So I think these kind of stories like this are inspiring because that movement, although it's terrible and these waves are happening, we see all of the progress that is still to come.
It's better that it's happening as opposed to not happening whatsoever and just getting brushed under. Let me light. But it's, I agree with you. It's good to have it out there. Sometimes they say negative press is still good press, right? So,
And it's also good to know that there are a lot more gays in Nebraska than we thought.
right, you never thought you'd hear gay, senator, Nebraska in the same sentence, right?
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's cooler than cool.